fast packing on my own terms, solo, unsupported, and of course running.
That was just a few kilometers from the start of the adventure. In front of me I had 3 days solo, completely alone, carrying all the essentials, including the food for the entire trip, and the plan was to run the whole course. No walking, just running, for more than 100 kilometers and more than 4,000 meters of elevation gain.
I arrived by bus about 2 hours ago in a small village just south of Castellar della Frontera, waited for the first signs of daylight and then set off for the first hill.
Castellar della Frontera is in the very south of Spain, close to Gibraltar, which means it's a sea level, so from the very start the course was uphill. At the top of the first climb, there was a great view to a reservoir underneath in the valley. My backpack was really heavy, about 10 kilograms, and I was fearing that the pain at my knees would develop really soon. So what I was doing, I was stopping very often for some stretching in order to prevent or at least reduce the pain at the knees.
I arrive at my lunch break place, the first river. The water is not super clean, it's a little bit greenish, brownish, because it has been raining a lot over the past night. So I'll have to search a good spot to get the water. There is some water down there. There is a side river here, much smaller than the main river. Let's have a look. This looks much cleaner water to me, so it will be this one that I will filter.
At that point, I had run about 20 kilometers and it was time for lunch. Before the trip, I spent a lot of time in choosing the food because I really wanted to reduce the weight to the bare minimum. For lunch, I had sandwiches with cheese and sausages, and also some dark chocolate for dessert. In the morning, before leaving the hotel, I even filled all the flasks with apple juice, so that at least on the first day I had some calories from drinking.
As you may see, I am off trail. I could not continue along the river. The plan was to do 1 to 2 kilometers along the river and then meet another trail, but it was just cliffs I couldn't pass, and so I have been wandering around in this area for more than an hour, and I hope to have found a way out, but it will take another while in the forest until I reach another trail, not the original one, but one that will bring me there. It's really hard with the backpack to go uphill. Let's do a little break. Oh. Okay, I have another 150 meters to climb, and I have about 350 behind me. Really hard, but I lost some time when I tried to find out the way along the river, and so I have to catch up. pretty tired, but now I have hopefully a descent to the next river, where if I'm hungry enough I will have dinner and then prepare myself for the last climb of the day. I'm tired. Here is the second big river, and I am about 1.5 hours in delay according to my plan. This shouldn't be the last stop today, but honestly I don't know if I have time before sunset to do anything else, because I also have to have dinner. It was 5 kilometers more than I have planned, and a lot of walking where it was really not possible to run, so that's the delay. Today for dinner we have couscous soaked in water for 3-4 hours on the way here, with cheese, Spanish ham, and then macadamia nut and Brazil nuts, and some Parmigiano. Delicious. I slept by the river, and I just started off. You see the river down there. Maybe a long climb as a start, about 900-meter elevation gain. Let's see how it goes. Ah, the sun, nice. Now 4 kilometers climb at 10%, and then at the latest I will take a break and do some stretching. Yesterday I came down from that mountain down to the valley. Now I'm coming back up. I did a stop a little bit earlier because yeah, it's just very tough with this super heavy backpack. It's slowing down so much. On the flat I would say more than 30 seconds per kilometer, maybe that heavy 45 seconds per kilometer, and uphill even more. This climb is about here that you see here is about 10-12%, but after a few kilometers is really slow, and you have to take a break with this huge backpack with 2 liters of water plus all the rest. I am at the end of the third big climb of the trip. Now I will run all the way down to that valley, then there is another climb, and then back down almost to Cortes de la Frontera. From there tomorrow I will do the last climb and the toughest one up the mountain that is somewhere behind there. I'm really struggling uphill. It's certainly runnable, is 8-9%, but yeah, it's really hard at this point of the day, and I will have a rest and then I will continue. I say it is runnable, so no walk.
I like to set rules, or if you want, objectives to my adventures, and as for this one, beside it being solo and unsupported, I decided that I want to run from the very start to the very end. There were just two exceptions. If the grade was extremely steep, so steep that I wouldn't be able to run it even in fresh conditions, and if the terrain was harsh, like very stony or maybe very narrow trails that would be even difficult just to walk. So when I was tired, I would just stop rather than continue walking, wait until I was ready to run again, and then restart. And I was using those breaks for some stretching.
We have just entered the park Grazalema here, and I'm probably going to sleep next to Cortes de la Frontera, just before the village. And tomorrow I will head up Sierra de los Pinos at 1,395 meters, and then run all the way up and down to Ronda, which is out of this map. The white village down there is Cortes.
Just before reaching Cortes de la Frontera, I filled all my flasks at a spring and decided to start the climb to the peak of Sierra de los Pinos, just before sunset.
Here is nearly impossible to jog, at least with a 10 kilo backpack on my shoulder. I'm full of water, so I'm alternating running and walking when it is a little bit flatter, and running, so the other way around, running when it is a little bit flatter and walking when it's steep, like now, with a grain between 20 and 25%, and sometimes having a little break to enjoy the scenery. Ah, nice. Ah. Just before I was in that village down there, and now look what a wonderful place I have found here at sunset. So nice. I've taken out all my stuff, already put the sleeping bag and the sleeping mat inside the tent and let it open to dry because it was a little bit wet from today. Let me get off my shadow, and here you see a little bit my equipment. I have for the night another pair of warm clothes, so I have here a pair of pants, some very warm socks, and this is just, you know, a battery to charge, flask for 2 liters of water, what is remaining of my food for tonight and tomorrow. Also here more food, and this is actually the expandable box to eat it. And I've put here some clothes that I used today just to dry under the last rays of the sun. So now, before the sun really set behind that mountain, let me get ready for dinner and then it's time to sleep. It doesn't look very good, but actually it's not too bad. Setting off for the last day, I was in the tent for 12 hours and managed more or less to sleep through, although I've woken up very often. But yeah, feeling okay. Let's see how these days go. Wow, so nice. Oh, the sun, that's good. But this path is really hard, full of plants. It's almost impossible to walk. I thought there were more people coming up here, but doesn't seem the case to be. Oh. For the Pico de los Pinos, 1.8 kilometer, that way. Finally a little bit flat. All frozen here. I am running out of water, so I have to take it really easy because I don't know when the next water will be. Could be 20 kilometers from here actually. You know, on top of the mountains there are no rivers. There is where the river starts. It is a little bit chilly but rewarding. I am at the peak of Pico de los Pinos. It's windy. It's quite cold and I think I'm going to head down very soon. I don't know what I did here, but there is no path. I have been walking for 1 or 2 kilometers, just amid stones, and yeah, I hope I will head it will head somewhere because I'm going so slow and I have to get my bus. Oh, I see a kind of trail behind this tree. Hopefully that's the end of these damn rocks. I am going like 3 to 4 kilometers per hour. It's impossible really to go any faster, and I really am in need of water. It's so arid here. It's not that I have any other choice. I have to go through. It's not really the best water ever, but I will fill the filter flask and just in emergency I will have that one. I have another 150 milliliters left and I have 12 kilometers to go. I don't know how long it will take. It took 3 hours to do the past 14. So I'm walking because I just met a dog that luckily left me in peace, and now here I don't want to disturb them too much. They seem quite scared. All right, let's go. Oh, taking a break before the next climb. Here is just 1 kilometer climb, and look at this, how beautiful. Finally a runnable path. Ooh, another 2 or 3 kilometers to the next village, and hopefully I will find water there. Look what I found! So nice! So nice! Nice village here in this valley, but we're leaving it there and we're going straight down to Ronda. Another 10k to the destination of the journey, but also quite a lot of climb on the way. Just the valley separates me from Ronda. It will be easier to go down, a little bit less to go up, but it will be also the last climb of the day, so here's the river, so now it's the climb. Break and some stretching so that my knees pain reduced a little bit, but it's just 2.5k to go. Stop. Great. I'm happy. My knees are hurting and I'm really tired. My calves really don't want to go uphill anymore, but here I am alla Station de Autobus. But it's not yet time to get on the bus. I had another 1.5 hours to maybe have a walk in the city, and if I find some water, get a rinse before getting on a bus with other people. First treatment for my lips. It was so windy, it was hurting so much. Second treatment. My lips are really feeling better now. And I also got the third treatment, a huge dinner. And now that I'm waiting to board the bus, I can share with you some statistics. It was a 3 days fast packing, running as much as I could, 113 kilometers in total for 4,300 meters of elevation gain. I started at almost sea level in Castellar della Frontera, and I arrived in Ronda, which is at about 750 meters. That's it for this adventure. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you at the next one. Bye guys.